From clashing with rival coaches mid-game to stepping away from basketball to pursue a career in adult content creation, Liz Cambage's career has been filled with headline-making moments. The Australian star has undeniably left her mark on the WNBA with her remarkable talent and commanding presence on the court. However, her journey has been anything but smooth. Often shadowed by a series of controversies that continue to follow her, Cambage is known for speaking her mind, unfiltered, whether in the United States or back home in Australia. This candidness has often put her at the center of attention, not just for her skills, but for incidents that have made even the most seasoned basketball fans raise their eyebrows. One such incident took place on May 23, 2021. During a heated game between Cambage's team and the Connecticut Sun, tensions flared on the sidelines when Cambage exchanged words with then-Sun head coach Curt Miller. Initially, the public was unaware of what transpired, but Cambage soon took to social media to shed light on the encounter. She accused Miller of making derogatory remarks about her weight, claiming he exaggerated by saying she weighed 300 pounds. While arguing a foul call to the referee, Cambage didn't hesitate to call out Miller for crossing a line, differentiating between competitive trash talk and outright disrespect. The league took swift action, suspending Miller for one game and fining him $10,000. Though Miller issued an apology, stating his comments were made in the heat of the moment during a tense game, the damage was already done, further fueling Cambage's rocky relationship with WNBA circles. But the drama didn't stop there. Cambage's stint with the Los Angeles Sparks came with its own share of controversies, starting with a jersey number dispute that became a hot topic. Cambage was set on wearing the number 8 jersey, unaware or dismissive of the fact that the Sparks had retired that number to honor franchise legend Delisha Milton-Jones. Undeterred, Cambage then set her sights on jersey number 1, a number already claimed by teammate Amanda Zahui B. Zahui B was approached by coaching staff who inquired if she would consider giving up the number for Cambage. However, she politely declined, explaining that the number held personal significance to her, as she had been wearing it long before Cambage joined the team. Despite the refusal, Cambage didn't back down easily, persistently pushing for the number, much to the frustration of her teammates. What started as a minor jersey issue soon became a symbol of deeper tensions within the team. It was as if she had thrown a tantrum in the toy aisle until they handed her the jersey just to silence her. Believe it or not, Cambage's persistence paid off, but at a cost to her teammate Amanda Zahui B. Shockingly, Zahui wasn't even informed directly about the jersey switch. She only found out when the team publicly announced it on social media or of something deeply personal without any opportunity to voice her objections. Imagine losing something that holds emotional significance to you because a teammate simply wouldn't take no for an answer. To make matters worse, when Zahui later asked to reclaim her jersey number, the team reportedly suspended her for doing so. Classic case of locker room politics, isn't it? And how did Cambage respond to this entire situation? Well, not exactly with grace. Instead, she staged a dramatic exit, quitting in the middle of a game. Throughout her brief 25-game tenure with the Los Angeles Sparks, Cambage was known for openly voicing her frustrations, often criticizing her teammates for not feeding her the ball when she called for it. Labeling her a diva would hardly do justice to the extent of the discord. The tension escalated to the point where her teammates retaliated in subtle, yet damaging ways. Reports suggest they would deliberately pass her the ball when she wasn't in a position to score, setting her up for failed shots and affecting her stats. This passive resistance played out in full view during what would become her final game with the Sparks, an embarrassing 84-66 defeat. After the loss, Cambage made a swift exit, heading to the locker room and delivering a blunt, parting shot. "I can't do this anymore. Best of luck to you all." In the end, the narrative shifted. The once dominant force on the court had become a source of friction. It wasn't just her teammates who had grown weary of her antics. Across the league, players and commentators had plenty to say. Cambage faced criticism for allegedly pushing the boundaries of fair play, using her physical size and strength not just as an advantage but as a means of intimidating opponents. While aggressive play is part of the game, many felt she had crossed into unsportsmanlike territory more than once. Her departure from the Sparks fueled further skepticism about her commitment to basketball. Fans and analysts began questioning whether Cambage's emotional temperament was suited for the demands of professional high-pressure sports. Despite the controversies, coaches still acknowledged her immense talent. There was no denying that she was a dominant presence who could control a game when focused. However, her inability to foster harmony within a team setting ultimately overshadowed her potential, adding fuel to the fire. Cambage also lashed out at the Australian national team, accusing them of racism after she was noticeably absent from promotional materials. For many, This seemed less like a genuine concern and more like another instance of her clashing with management. By that point, it wasn't surprising that the national team preferred to distance them, some might say. Someone needed a serious reality check. But just when you thought the controversies couldn't escalate further, Liz Cambage became the focal point of one of the most infamous incidents in WNBA history, an event that reverberated across the global basketball community right before the Tokyo Olympics. As a member of Australia's national squad, Cambage found herself embroiled in yet another major controversy. And this one was particularly ugly. During a pre-Olympic training camp, Cambage became involved in a heated altercation with players from the Nigerian women's basketball team. While the initial trigger of the dispute remains unclear, what unfolded was anything but ambiguous. As both sides attempted to defuse the situation before it spiraled, Cambage reportedly hurled offensive remarks towards the Nigerian players. According to several witnesses, she was heard making racially insensitive comments, allegedly referring to them with demeaning slurs and telling them to return to their third world countries. Unsurprisingly, this incident sparked outrage. The backlash was swift and widespread, capturing headlines and igniting intense criticism across the international sports community. Facing mounting pressure and possible disciplinary action, Cambage preemptively withdrew from Olympic competition, citing mental health as the reason for her departure. While her admission of personal struggles struck a chord with some, for many it seemed like a strategic move to avoid formal penalties amidst the growing scandal. Cambage later expressed that stepping away was a significant emotional release, though her comments stirred further debate. Some speculated whether she was deflecting accountability, while others argued the toll of constant controversy had finally caught up with her. Either way, after a string of highly publicized incidents, her eventual announcement that she was stepping away from the WNBA didn't come as a surprise. What began as a short-term break in July 2022 soon transitioned into a permanent exit, much to the relief of critics who had grown weary of her off-court drama. However, Cambage wasn't done making headlines. In a surprising career pivot, she capitalized on her fame by launching an account on a popular adult content platform. Yes, you heard that correctly, fans could now pay for exclusive access to her risk content. Initially, Cambage admitted feeling hesitant about this bold move, but with encouragement from close friends and family, she took the plunge. She also noted that many influencers were already monetizing their presence on the platform, so she figured it was a smart business opportunity, and she wasn't wrong. With her already substantial social media following, her profile gained massive traction almost instantly, racking up an impressive 27,000 likes within just a few months of launching. Love her or loathe her, Cambage has consistently demonstrated an uncanny knack for turning attention, whether good or bad, into a lucrative opportunity. So, from walking away from professional basketball to embrace a new venture in adult entertainment, to clashing with rival coaches mid-game, Liz Cambage has undoubtedly built a reputation defined as much by controversy as by her undeniable talent. These incidents remain some of the most talked about moments in her tumultuous career. Selves from the drama